what I have learned from those classes, particularly, what I have taken to heart is understanding success. That was the first class we had, and the first time when I sat through the class, I was quite nervous. I was not paying attention. But then, as we went deep into the topic, it was eye-opening for me. तो लाइक फर्स्ट क्लास में तो मैं ऐसा था कि ठीक है, एक और 2 घंटे का मोटिवेशनल स्पीच होगा और फिर घर जाएंगे और क्या करके. लेकिन फिर मैम आई, मैम ने टॉपिक को और एक्सप्लेन किया एंड बहुत आगे गए. तो उस पर आई हैव लर्न दैट understanding success is like success to me was only results, that if I get good results then only it is success. But through the classes I've learned that personal growth is also success, that if you are learning something throughout the process, that is also success. And even my brother at my home has noticed the change. I was quite frustrated at the codes I was doing and the web pages I was building, but then he saw me that I was not as frustrated. Like the last month only I was building a web page. He saw me that I was not frustrated at a code I was working for like 2 hours on. He told me कि क्या आज इतना अलग अलग डिमीनर है कोड करते वक्त, ऐसा गुस्सा नहीं आ रहा है, इरिटेट नहीं हो रहा है. Then I said कि I've learned a few things, and he said कि first time appreciation सुनने को मिला brother से. So it was quite a special moment for me, and I'd like to thank chairman sir वो initiative लेने के लिए. This is also success for me. The fact that I'm speaking in front of you is success for me. And yes, the personal success classes have taught me a lot, and they'll keep teaching me because we have a lot of them left. So thank you.
Now I would like to call up Khushi on the stage.
So very pleasant morning to everyone gathered here. Hi, my name is Khushi Daima and I'm from BCA second year. Today I'm here to share my experience on personal success sessions. I remember the very first activity that we did during personal success session was understanding what success means. Imagine a class full of 40 students writing down what success means to them. When we discussed our answers later on, I realized one important thing, that success does not have one particular answer. For everyone, it was different. For some, it was to become rich and wealthy. For someone, it was just to live life the way they want. For someone, it was to earn a lot of money. For someone, it was just to buy a good house for their family. This made me realize that there might not be a one particular right or wrong answer. Everyone have their own perspective, and this is what personal success sessions have taught me. Understanding others' viewpoint, their perspective, and not judging them. Most of the activities that we did during personal success sessions were group activities. I was one of those students who used to think that group activities means putting your point on the table. And I always thought that it is very important so that I don't lose my individual. But then I realized it is not that. When you talk group discussions, when you are in a part of group discussions, you are supposed to listen what others says, not judge them, but understand and respect their boundaries and try to build as a team. This made me realize that personal success sessions have taught me to work as a group, as an individual, earn it, and then prove what your point is. Personal success sessions have also taught me planning. I was one of those who used to procrastinate and keep my work for a very last moment. But then, personal success sessions taught how important it is to create a proper plan, understand it, divide your task, and then proper follow it. During group sessions, I realized that I was not knowing my classmates very well, but during personal success sessions, it really helped me. I would really thank Chairman Sir for this program and our faculties who are helping us in best way possible. Thank you.
In fact, Divansh and Kushi, they have articulated the thing very well, because you are all talking about success. There is a man called Vijaypad Singhania. I don't know how many of you know him. He owns Raymond's company. He was very, very successful man as a businessman. But later in his life, he picked up quarrel with his son, Gautam Singhania. Gautam Singhania threw him out of his house. Now Vijaypad Singhania is staying in a two-bedroom apartment. So what he concluded that never part with your property to the children till the end. The moment you give your property to your children, they will not forget. So as a businessman, he was successful, but as a father, he was not successful. So what is your comment on that?
I do agree on to that, but the thing is, it also depends on how you brought up your child. For someone like me, I would never do that to my parents. For us, for me personally, success means to take everyone with me and make sure that they are the biggest cheerleader when I speak about something. So I'll make sure that it doesn't happen with someone like me. And my generation people are very open up and they do talk about such things. But the thing is, whatever happened to him is sad. It's unfortunate, but as a businessman he grew, but as a human,
So success have different connotations. Maybe as a businessman you are successful. So you need to be successful in all the fronts. As a parent you should be successful. As a co-employee you should be successful. Then what you do is you spread happiness everywhere. Otherwise such things will result in such type of differences and all. Yeah. So it's very nice. So basically, I think this program is to groom you in to be successful in all the dimensions of your life, not only in academics, but also your personal life, your societal life, your spiritual life, everything. That is what the course is about. Divansh, I want to ask you, what is the difference between success and excellence?
Excellence always doesn't come from success. Like, I mean, success also always doesn't come from excellence. You can be excellent at something, but you may not be successful because you don't use it wisely. That's how I see excellence.
Have you seen the film Three Idiots?
Yes, sir.
In the last thing, when Chatur Ramalingam, he will be running after Funsuk Wangadu. So the title or the commentary comes because most of the people by that time they get up and they leave. But the commentary what comes is very interesting. Success always runs after excellence. Success always runs after excellence. काबिल बनो, कामयाबी जग मार के तुम्हारे पीछे पड़ेगी. That is what the film.
Yes, sir. I agree.
So काबिल बनो. काबिल means become excellent. Then kamyabi, success is bound to run after you. So my way of looking at success is to become excellent in all the dimensions of your life. So
Emotional and physical.
yeah, anything. Emotional, physical, then spiritual, intellectual, cultural. There are so many dimensions to excellence.
Yes, sir.
So our endeavor is to see that you all become excellent in all the dimensions in your life. That is how I look at it, sir. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Now I would like to call upon Nandita Adigela from BCA 6th SEM. Good morning everyone. I'm Nandita Adigela from BCA class of 2026. When I first heard about the personal success sessions, I thought there'll be just another classes on self-improvement and motivation. And expecting the same, I actually didn't attend the first class. Through my classmates that I've learned that these classes are apparently interactive. So I attended the first class, and the very first class I remember it was about talking of our insecurities. And we had to pop a balloon and then talk about our insecurities. And when ma'am mentioned this to us, I was like, ma'am, please show me the way out. I don't want to be here. But then she said, no, I don't think so. It's okay. You can talk about your insecurities. What's wrong? So in front of 40-50 students, I spoke of my insecurities and popped the balloon. And it felt like the weight was lifted off my shoulders now that people know what I'm insecure of. I think that is when I realized these classes are just more than personal success. They help you understand better. I felt heard, I felt seen, I felt like it's, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter much. And I would actually like to take a moment and thank Akila ma'am. If it wasn't for you, these sessions wouldn't have been this interactive, memorable and fun. Yes, ma'am. Usually these classes were conducted in a group setting. I wouldn't quite interact with my classmates much before, but ever since personal success classes, I've been interacting a lot with them. I've learned them better, and I think that is the point of college life, building friendships. So through these classes, that has definitely checked the list.
How do you think your parents are reacting to your, do they see any change in you?
I think I'm much more calmer now. And I'm expressing myself better, definitely.
Those insecurities you talked about, no?
Yes.
Those insecurities, they were just assumptions or they were real insecurities after going through this class? What was your conclusion on that?
I think they're definitely real insecurities.
Real
sir.
insecurities.
Yes.
So these sessions are helping you to
Yes,
overcome
definitely, definitely, sir.
them. Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would now like to call upon Suesh, BCom 4th Sem.
Good morning, one and all present over here. Respected JD Lakshminarayana sir, respected Chairman sir, respected Sastri sir, my teachers and my dear friends. I am Suyesh Upadhyay from BCom Sem 4 and I am going to share my transformation journey through personal success classes. So it was in 2025 when I heard that personal success classes are being incorporated. So I thought that it would just be a series of classes that would be speaking about motivation, like self-discipline and some success stories. But as the sessions began, I realized that it has become an integral part of my journey. It has shaped me a lot. Like I was able to understand myself and my mindset, and I was also able to think others' perspectives. So now I am going to brief you about my favorite activities. The first one was understanding ourselves and our mindset. Through this, I came to know about myself and my mindset and realized that everyone's perspective are important, and being opening yourself in front of everyone is also very important. And we incorporated this by making a vision board so that we can understand ourselves and we can think where we want to be in the next down the line. And my second favorite activity was the habits of success. In that, I realized that success is not about taking just big steps, but it is also taking small steps consistently every day so that we can shape as a human being both personally and professionally. And we incorporated this activity through the help of Riya ma'am by making a success recipe. And according to me, the success recipe, the most important ingredient will be discipline, self motivation, and positive mindset so that I can prosper in my career as well as both personally and professionally. Overall, I would like to share my thank you to Chairman Sir and Riya ma'am for incorporating this personal success classes, which has saved me a lot. And if I am speaking in front of you all, is all about personal success classes. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been speaking in front of you all. Thank you.
Can you just elaborate on what is this vision board? I mean,
Yes.
how it has helped you in
So like
shaping yourself?
it was one activity in personal success classes in which our teacher said like you need to understand yourself and your mindset, and you want to require like what do you want to do in your future, for which you need to make a vision board. So in that way we made a group activity and made we understood everyone's perspective, and including mine, we made a vision board.
What is your personal vision after completing your BCom?
Sir, I was thinking like to go for professional certifications like USCP and CMA, but as of now, I wanted to gain some work experience. So I would like to do some internship and placement. After that, I would like to do professional certifications. Thank you, sir.
Now I would like to call upon Sujal, BCA 2nd Sem.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sujal. I'm from BCA second sem, and I thought when I heard about the personal success classes, I thought कि normally they will teach about how to just theoretically what to do, what not to do in life to become a successful person or what not to do. And then when I just went for the first class, it just like it was like very fun to do with, and it was not just only theory but we also did many activities, and some of them were so interesting, and one of the topics they taught a lot of topics, and one of the topics that really helped me doing it was the time management. I thought that the time management is like only to do so many works in a day, but in real, after attending these classes, I understood that it is not only doing so many things in a day or certain period, but it is like सही समय को इस्तेमाल करना और सही समय में जाना पूरा. It's like बहुत सारी चीज़ें सीखी. Thank you.
How are you different today than you are before?
टाइम मैनेजमेंट में मैं बहुत कुछ सीखा. मतलब पहले मैं एक ऑर्गेनाइज्ड वे में कुछ काम नहीं करता था, जो मन हुआ वो कर लेता था पहले. नाउ आई यूज टू मेक अ टू डू लिस्ट, what to do, what not to do in an entire day, and it makes me like do things in a organized way.
So how does it help?
एक ऑर्गेनाइज वे में काम होता और प्रोक्रास्टिनेशन नहीं होता कि मेरा ये काम नहीं हो रहा. और थोड़ा पहले मैं सोशल मीडिया पे ज़्यादा टाइम वेस्ट करता था. ये टाइम मैनेजमेंट के हिसाब से मेरे को मालूम पड़ा कि सोशल मीडिया वो सब में टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करके एक प्रॉपर टू डू लिस्ट बनाए तो अच्छा रहता, एंड इट विल inculcate in the personal life as well as for professional life. आज का टू डू लिस्ट में सबसे पहले यही था कि कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्ड करके इधर कुछ बोलना करके। पहले कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्कुल भी नहीं था मेरे में। अभी ये फर्स्ट स्टेप है मेरा आफ्टर पर्सनल सक्सेस क्लासेस, एंड दिस इज द फर्स्ट टाइम आई एम स्पीकिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ लॉट ऑफ पीपल, सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप। Thank you.
Now I would like to call upon Pratik, BBA 6th sem.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Pratik. I'm from BBA. The change I'd like to talk about is not very noticeable or prominent or even conspicuous, but it is a change that I notice sometimes. Riya ma'am noticed sometimes. She's a great teacher and she would make it really fun. So there were two activities on the same day that made a little change. Might not be that noticeable, but for me, it has made my life a little better. I remember she divided us into groups. She gave us all a sheet of paper and she told us to draw our perception of the ideal world, like from our perspective, what an ideal world would look like. So everybody had their ideas of what to do, what not to do, and what to put in. Similarly, I had mine too. So after all that happened and after we presented our stuff, I realized that I was a very opinionated person. My opinion was kind of very dogmatic. I think Riya ma'am knows that. But after that, I realized my opinion is just that, an opinion like yours and mine. All of us, what we're trying to do in our busy life is that we've stopped caring about other people. We're all glued to our phones nowadays and stuff. So what it made me realize that at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is make things better for ourselves, because it's human nature to look out for ourselves first. But in everyday life and how busy we get, sometimes we forget that at the end of the day, we're humans and we must respect each other's opinions. And another activity we did in the second hour of the same session was that she invited a few of us to come up and speak up on some topic we'd like, or what our future would look like, and what stuff like that. And then when I heard a few people speak, I was like, okay, these people, they've got really good opinions too. It's because everybody has different conditions they were raised in, different situations happen to them that shape the person. The person is not an innate person himself, but rather the conditions that shape him or her. And it would be wrong and unrighteous to judge someone from that point of view, which we have not put our shoes in.
Because all of you started with the assumptions that these classes are going to be boring, these classes are going to be routine, like motivation sessions and all. Just I want to know, what according to you are the interesting sessions? I mean, just I want to know from your perspective, what makes you people or the speakers to speak about? What do you expect?
I mean, the way personal success classes turned out, there were not many since we started in the 5th or 4th sem, I guess. But yeah, interacting with each other's activities, things that, make us think and titillate our minds, it would be that. So yeah.
So you want more and more activities to be there.
Yeah, activities that make us think and not,
Think.
things that make us go on to ChatGPT.
Okay.
Now I would like to call Krishna Gupta, PCA 2nd sem.
At the start of the first sem, I also thought these classes were boring. But when I look from the second sem, these classes were really helpful. Like in the lab, as a BSc student, we were taught to code and build programs. But these classes build our personality. At the start, I thought knowing myself was just knowing my name and CGP. But knowing myself was a lot more than that. Knowing myself was knowing what I want, understanding myself, like what are my strengths and weakness. These classes also taught me to understand my strengths and weakness and how to improve my weakness and maintaining my strengths at the same time. And the most important thing I found in this class was self-awareness. If you can handle your emotions and relations at the same time, you can solve many problems and be a better communicator. And the idea of knowing myself came from one activity that we did in the personal success class. In that class, the activity was we have to tell one strength and one weakness about ourselves. Most of us went in deep thinking. What is that one strength and one weakness? So this word, knowing myself, dragged me into deeper thinking. Do I know myself? So I thought to speak upon this, knowing myself. And there is a famous quote: knowing yourself is a halfway success. Success is not only skill or achievements. Success is understanding yourself better. And if you understand yourself better, you can do things which will benefit you better. Thanks.
So you keep analyzing yourself again and again, and you want to have as many strengths as possible. How you're fighting with your weaknesses?
Like they have told me, you have a dominating nature. So I have worked on it.
Okay.
I have worked on it so that I listen to all of them and then make a thing that some.
Earlier you were not listening to others.
Like I was just on my views. So I was telling them to follow my views, not listening to them.
Okay. Right. Good.
Now I would like to call Mr. Anam from BCA 4th Sem.
Hello, good morning everyone. I'm Anam from BCA second year, and today I'm going to talk about how personal success has personally benefited me. So first of all, I'd like to start off by saying that, as sir mentioned, that a lot of people came into these classes assuming that they were boring. I'd say that I wasn't one of them, one of those people, because for the first time that it was actually conducted, I was absent. But the next week, when we had the classes again, my classmate Khushi, she told me that we're always doing activities in these classes. So I never once entered these classes thinking, assuming that it was going to be boring. How personal success classes have personally benefited me is I got over my biggest fear of public speaking. I think now I'm more comfortable about speaking in public and voicing my opinions. I remember ever since I was a child, this fear has been there in me for like a very long time. I feel like as a child I was very overlooked by my teachers and my classmates, that I never really thought about putting myself out there. But then again, our classes, which were conducted by Ria ma'am, I'd like to thank her so much, because I think that she fosters an environment. I think that she fosters an environment in which everyone gets a chance to speak, and she makes sure that everyone participates. And I feel like that has really helped me, and I'm one of the team leaders, so it has also helped me to collaborate it with my classmates and my team members, because every time I have a group project to do, I'm always thinking about my own self. Like, I'm always thinking that I should just do my part, and whether others do their work is not my business, because I've done everything that I could. But when I'm working in group activities in these classes, it helps me like take everyone's opinions and perspectives and make sure that everyone gets a chance to voice their opinions. And another thing that I've learned very well is time management and allotting time to certain tasks, because I'm the type of person to like procrastinate a lot. And usually whenever I have any assignments or projects to do, I always wait until the end of the deadline and always do like rushed work, which is like I always give the bare minimum effort, and I don't think that I always do my best. But ever since these classes, I feel like I have allotted my time efficiently, and I have definitely seen the benefits from it. As for the past 2 semesters, I was stuck on the same GPA, but this last semester I scored my goal and I was able to do it. Yeah.
Become much more open. Do your parents see the difference in you?
I'm
they
going
feel
to
it?
be quite frank. I don't really talk with my parents a lot because it's just that I don't feel like I can express my feelings with them very openly.
You're still not doing that.
No.
I think by next semester we'll be doing that.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's very important.
Yeah,
The
that
life,
is.
your relationship with your family
Yeah.
and your friends is
Yes.
extremely critical. Whatever success you achieve has no meaning if they are not happy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think you will be doing that. That very
Absolutely.
interesting, very interesting. Good, good. Thank you.
Now I would request Samuel to please join us from BCom 6th Sem.
Hello everyone. Hello sir. And myself Samuel. I'm from BCom third year. And today I have not prepared anything for this session, but I'll be very honest. This session has helped me very much. I would firstly thank Khila ma'am because this session gave me confidence to speak with people. As someone who never talked to anyone other than the four people I used to talk in first year. And these sessions has helped me build so many friends I can't even count, and I've become very confident. That's what I think. I've never talked to people, at least not in public, and not with a mic in my hand. And that's what I wanted to share. And activities, coming to activities, I've loved an activity where we thanked some people that we owe through writing a letter for them. And through that session, I got my friend back who was very upset with me. That's what I wanted to share. And yeah, that's it.
Are you continuing writing these letters or only for the activities you have stopped?
No, I have stopped it.
Why? Because of that experience.
Yeah. I wrote some letters
What did you
for
write?
my mom.
Okay. Yeah. So you wrote
I've
letters
never
to-
given to her,
Okay.
but yeah, someday I will.
Yeah, definitely you should give. Yeah.
Earlier, my son was very shy and nervous, but now he is not like that. Only because of this college, he improved a lot.
I thank for that. I thank my chairman for that, for having these sessions.
I would request Yashwant from BCA 2nd Sem to join us.
Good morning. I'm Yashwant from BCS M2, and like most of the people here, I thought this class is like normal theory and just writing notes and all. But Kavita ma'am took the first class, and the whole class absolutely enjoyed it. I don't think we would have attended if she wasn't teaching us. So thank you, ma'am. And okay, so the two things which I think I really learned from this is, first thing is creativity, because we had a lot of activities to do. We had chart work and we had to make skits, and this taught me that creativity is not only about drawing and painting, but also we expressed our ideas onto a paper, and most of us were shy because we never really talked like this. But after the skits thing in a small environment, more confidence built in all the students, and it was very helpful. And this is the first time I'm speaking to. And one more thing is that these classes, when it was introduced to us, we were in Sem 1 and we were new to the college and we didn't speak to a lot of people. So we were like, 6, 7, like a group of friends in one group. So when these classes started, they were divided randomly and we spoke to new classmates. And this helped us making new friends, which it was hard for me because I was in DPS for 12 years. I hardly had like 3 friends. And now I have like a huge group, which I'm thankful. And thank you, sir, for implementing these classes. And one more thing is that because of these classes, it helped us. And like here, my friends Divyans, Krishna, Sujal, we have also started a small agency where we're selling websites. We have our first client already, and we're working on that. So this wouldn't have been possible without these classes also. And these classes brought us together as friends. And now we're together doing this agency also. And thank you, sir.
12 years of DPS, this thing you said you could have only 3 friends. Is it because of the academic pressure, or is it, I mean, I want to know, because 12 years is a very long period.
I was just studying, sir. I wasn't into all these activities. That time now, I was like, like proficiencies and like toppers, and people didn't used to talk to me a lot. And my friends also were like that only, all like bookworms and all. And I wasn't interacting that much.
So
That's
what
my mistake.
suggestions you give to those students now who are in the DPS to have more and more, because now you're enjoying the friendships, no? Yeah.
In DPS, they had a better life than me because they actually had friends. I think even I should have, interacted with more people, make more friends, and the 12 years would have been more fun. But now I don't regret it because this college is amazing and these friends are very nice.
Good.
Thank you.
Sidhu from BBA 6th Sem.
Good morning, everyone. So, my name is Sidhu, and today I'll be sharing my experience about the personal success classes. My main issue is I'm a very shy person in a way, and I'm introverted. So, during the first class, when we were divided into random groups, my first concern was now I'm going to be away from my group with whom I'm very comfortable. So, I was very hesitant to tell my point or even share anything. So with time, I learned that I should not take that much of stress of how people are going to perceive me or anything. I can talk more openly, and if you politely say no, also people don't mind. So the most important thing for me from these classes is I learned to say no, because generally I struggle saying no because I'm like, array, maybe this person will feel bad or anything. But in that way, I've grown a lot with these classes. And my most favorite activity was this role model session, where we were asked to write about a role model and explain why that person is your role model. And that helped me realize that everyone should have a role model in their life, and we must have some kind of blueprint from that person so that we have better guidance, especially at this age.
Now I would like to call Meghansh from BCom 6M.
So good morning everyone. My name is Meghansh and I'm from BCom third year. So before telling that how I transformed in this journey, so I want to talk about myself, how I was before personal success. So in the beginning of my undergraduate journey, in the first semester I lost my father, which actually turned my life upside down. The person who used to actively participate in sports, drawings and everything was suddenly being silent for approximately 2 years. And through these sessions, I have realized that I have been in my own cage for 2 years, which actually made me very foolish of thinking myself that losing a person in my life was a loss, but not a curse, because it's a wound. It it got healed, but there is a scar. But I have to see that scar, and I should think that it's a part of my life, and I have to go on. And there are some activities where I actually realized that how wrong I was about my life, such as in activity where I have to write my insecurities down, such as I have an insecurity where I really overthink. I think that how other person will think about me. I wrote that insecurities down and we burst the balloon. I later realized that it's not only me. There are many other people in this class having the same issues, and this class helped me in a way that now I can socialize with my friends, my colleagues, and every teacher I have in this college. And I really thank Akila ma'am, Riya ma'am, and Kavita ma'am for being such a good teachers. They they really helped me in everything, how to talk, how should I be in my class. And I really think if there was no personal success, I wouldn't have been very friends with BCA people and BBA people. And I really thank you for this session.
Finally, I would like to call Anjali from BCA 6M.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Anjali. I'm from BCA third year. Today, I would like to share about my experience with personal success sessions. I'll be very honest. I was one of them, one of the students who said that it was boring. It was going to be boring. I honestly did not know what to expect from these classes. I was skeptical, a little hesitant, but I was definitely not ready to step out of my comfort zone. And but slowly, session by session, something started to shift. These sessions helped me improve my confidence, communication, and teamwork skills. Before these sessions, I used to sometimes feel hesitant to express my ideas in front of a crowd. But through these sessions and activities, I learned to participate more actively, indulge myself in group activities, and express my ideas in a proper manner. And now I'd like to tell you about the two activities that really stood out to me the most. The first one was a cup tower activity. It was a two-player game where one person had to run and collect the cups, and the other person stood and they had to build the tower. This activity comes with many constraints. Few of them being limited time, allowed to use only one hand, allowed to pick only few cups, and many more. It felt a little chaotic at first, but that chaos was exactly the point. It taught me coordination under pressure, quick and clear communication, teamwork, time management, and how to keep going even when things don't go as planned. The second activity was as impactful as the first one, but but in a different way. Uh,
the second activity, our Akhila ma'am gave us a pre-built model. She also provided us with the resources, and she asked us to, and the task was to build it as closely as possible. So our model had two cups placed on a scrap paper. It was connected by two straws, and then the third straw bridging them together. It was a straightforward task, but the real challenge was in the details. As me and my teammates started to build, we noticed a small detail that many other teams had missed. The scrap paper had some writings on it. We did not overlook that small detail. We made sure to include the similar writing on our paper as well. And that one moment of observation and attention to the small detail which helped us win on that activity. And all this learning didn't just stay inside a classroom. My family and friends also noticed. They mentioned that I've become more confident, expressive, and that now I share my thoughts more openly and in a proper manner. And honestly, that feedback was exactly like it meant everything to me. If I had to sum up what personal success sessions meant to me, is that they didn't just teach me a skill, they taught me how to grow confident in myself. And I'm thankful to my lecturer, Akhila ma'am, and college for conducting these sessions. Thank you.
So now you are out of your comfort zone.
Yes, definitely.